Hey, what's going on, man? I got another Latinx hip hop interview, and here I am with Chelsea Avina. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Thank you for having me. So I saw a couple of your interviews, so got to know you just a little bit before I got here. Listened to some of your music. Like I was telling you earlier, the very first time I seen you was at 24K. You were performing. Can't remember which event. I just know it was one time. But you did. I remember there was one Spanish song. It might have been ETA, but I know there was a Spanish song
Oh,
you performed.
yeah, I was pasado.
Oh, it's
That was
pasado.
the first time I performed my Spanish stuff.
Oh, okay. I just remember you did a Spanish song. That's what I remember from that night for sure. But like I said, I can't remember the event. So before we start, I do want to give a big shout out to DJ Xrey. He did put this together, and he's your manager.
Yes.
Is this the very first manager you had as an artist?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
I had a momager growing up
Oh,
with my
yeah.
acting stuff, but that didn't work out too.
Oh, okay. So I do want to get into the acting stuff and get to know you a little more on that. But let's talk about the music. How you started and what got you involved. So are you from Houston?
Yeah, I was basically raised here. So I was born in Laredo, and then I was raised a little bit in Chicago, and then moved here. But I've been here ever since.
Oh, okay. And were you always singing when you were in Chicago or Laredo?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Since I was tiny.
oh wow, okay. So did your parents or like a cousin or something get you into it, or how did that go about?
No, what's crazy is my mom and dad can't sing,
Mm.
but me and my sister can sing. So everyone's like, where did they get that from?
Oh, okay, gotcha. And when did you actually want to take it serious?
um, I think I always did it as a hobby, like a side type of thing, just because, that was always a dream. And then I had to get like my real life kind of in order and always have like my real life was always my backup plan, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Um, but when I was like 16, 17 is when I actually started, investing in myself and studio time and doing shows once I got a little bit older, like 18, 19, and just went from there, just doing shows anywhere I could and just investing in myself, studio time, videos, outfits, everything.
Okay. So all those times when you actually started taking it serious, investing in yourself, was that here in Houston?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, all of
okay.
that was here in Houston.
Okay. Gotcha. And how long has X-Ray been managing you?
Not long. We've accomplished a lot in the little time that we've been working together, and we work together really well. So, I mean, I don't even think it's been half a year, so I can't imagine what we'll
Mm.
accomplish a year from now.
Okay. Is there anything you can tell me what you feel that has been accomplished while he's been your manager?
Yeah, definitely. I think he got me a lot of exposure outside of Houston. Um, so we've been, doing shows in San Antonio and Dallas and working on some more stuff out of state. So he's definitely been a huge help with that and just, getting my name out there and getting me on shows that I probably wouldn't have been able to do by myself, honestly. I mean, not right away or
Yeah.
anytime soon.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And so I know you said your mom was your manager only for the acting or some singing?
Yeah, I just would call her like my momager, but
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't like officially like my manager. But she looked out for me. Family always looks out for you, so she would come with me to any studio time I had or my acting stuff, and she was great during that time. But you get a little bit older and you start to rebel a little bit and you want to do things your way, but you have your mom's input and just it's a little bit different than just like a professional relationship because it's family. So I just took matters into my own hands and I was handling my own business for a while, and then X-Ray became my manager. So
Oh, okay. And when you said you've been doing it since you were little, what influenced that? Since it wasn't your parents or anybody like that, like Was there a singer at the time at, whatever age you were that really...
I don't know specifically like what triggered me
or a
to
song or nothing like that?
No, I think I just grew up with. I remember my uncle Gabriel in Chicago. He used to play a lot of, R&B, like a lot of Chris Brown too. I remember distinctively Chris Brown. I would always watch his music videos and who else am I trying to think of? I don't know. A lot of 90s R&B. So that sound and just that feeling that I would get in my soul, I think is kind of what led me to start singing. But I don't know. I can't say that any one person actually really. I think I was just honestly born that way.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was born for it, I think.
That's cool. And so how did the acting come about?
Okay, I can tell you that for sure. So my mom used to send me to Laredo to be with my grandma when I was little. And I would watch telenovelas. So that's how I would learn Spanish, because I was raised, primarily speaking English. Spanish was my second language, and I learned by ear. And I also picked up not just the language, but the dramatics a little bit. So I would memorize the telenovelas, and I would reenact them for my family members. And I was really, really little. I was probably like 4 or 5. And ever since then, they would tell, my parents, like, oh, you have to put in acting. So that's how that came about.
Oh, okay. Any of the shows that you remember?
Ruby, Teresa, La Rosa de Guadalupe. That one was, that one's always dramatic to this day. But Ruby, for sure, she was my inspiration.
Okay. So is that something that you go back and watch as well?
No, actually I haven't watched it in years. The one that I'll watch all the time is Rebelde, because that was my favorite. Okay. I would run home from school and watch that.
Okay. And now that you're older, I mean, I don't know how I don't know if one of your main focuses is acting as it is music. Is there any influences as an actress or an actor as of right now that you're older?
I've put acting on the back burner for a while now. I've been meaning to tap back into that industry because it's something that came supernatural to me. But as far as an actor and actress, I can't say that I have like a favorite. I think when a lot of interviewers ask me that, I just kind of say the first thing that comes to mind because I get a little nervous, but I'm kind of past that point now. But I definitely will say, like, when I'm watching any movies or something, I'm overanalyzing like everything they do from like a different viewpoint than someone that's just watching a movie. I'm like, oh, they could have done that better. They should have said this line that like this, or but yeah, I don't think I have a favorite.
Well, if you can't give me an actor or an actress, what is like a favorite movie of yours that, I don't know, that you feel like the acting is top notch and it kind of influences you in some sort of way?
One that is my favorite and I'll watch over and over again, it's something about independent films because I think they're just more raw and uncut. But Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan, I love the acting in that one. I think the only thing I would change is his girlfriend, and change it to me. No, I'm kidding. But her acting just always kind of bothered me. But it was a really, really good movie, and everyone's acting was really good in there.
Okay. Yeah, that was one of the first movies I seen by him. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Any other movie besides that one?
Transformers.
Transformers, the first one?
Yeah, the first one, of course, the first one. Yeah, I think after that, when was it, the third or fourth one? The one that was like 2 hours long, and I think Shai wasn't even really in it.
I don't remember. I know I seen the first three at least. After that, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, the second one was alright. The third one, I think it was the third one. It was too quiet. It didn't have any of the main characters anymore. It was just not worth it.
Yeah, always changing things around. And we'll stick into the acting stuff. You did a movie with Reese Witherspoon. What movie is that?
Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit. When did that come out?
I want to say 2016 or 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was at I had gone to the doctor's the other day, and I came out to the waiting room and they were playing it on
No
the screen.
way.
Yeah.
Do you, I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but is there like, are you in there for a while, or is it like a quick?
No, I don't have like a lead role or anything or a supporting role. It was a speaking role, but it was like 2 seconds, not anything like major. But for me, it was still a huge accomplishment because that was when I first signed to the agency. They told me, you're gonna have a lot of auditions. You're not gonna get the first one right away. Like, don't get excited. And then that was my first audition, and I booked it, and it was a speaking role with these like A-list celebrities. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get excited now.
Yeah. And was that shot here in Houston?
No, it was shot in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was out there for about a week, and it was a really, really cool experience.
Oh, wow. So when you audition, are you doing the auditions here in Houston, or you got to go somewhere else?
At that time, I was going to Austin a lot for auditions. Sometimes it would be, over the phone, like you record yourself and submit it. Other times it would be in, like I said, Austin. But now I think they're moving everything more towards like Atlanta.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I got back in there, I would probably have to go there a lot.
And that's because of your agency, or that's just where they, I guess?
I think that's where they're shooting a lot of movies right now.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
shows and stuff.
Gotcha. Is there any TV show? I would say movie, but more TV. Is there a TV show right now that you'd be interested to be on?
If they do a Friends reboot, I need to be in that. Like, I need to be in the cast for that.
So you would want to be one of the main characters?
Yes. I would want to be in a reboot of that, a horror movie, and then an action movie for sure.
Okay. Is there an action movie series that you like, or a horror series that you like that you'd like to be a part of in particular?
Maybe one of the Conjuring movies or like the Annabelle movies. I think those are super cool. For action, I really like zombie movies, like Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland, like with a little bit of humor, but still like the action part. Something like that would be cool.
I'm very surprised you didn't say, since you mentioned action, I'm surprised you didn't say like a Marvel movie or something, because I feel like that's I feel like that's what everybody wants to go for, because, I mean, they're taking just about every actor in Hollywood, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like, I guess it's something that somebody would want to
I'd be open to it, but
yeah. Into superheroes, or just be a part of it?
just be a part of it. Because I mean, the set that I was on, or any set that I've been on, it's just, like basic acting. Like those movies, you have to do a lot of like training for, and the Wednesday series was cool too. I would have liked to be a part of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I just have so many like dreams for acting.
Oh, okay. So that movie that you were on, is that the last thing you've done as far as acting?
No, that was the first.
First,
so after that, I did a lot of like HEB commercials. I was like in an HEB Super Bowl commercial, a Click It, a Ticket, and then nothing else really happened after that. I didn't really update my headshots, and then I just kind of let it slip away because I was so focused on life and the music too.
Oh, okay. What year was that? When was the last time you did something?
Probably like 2018.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Okay, and you're still signed with that agency?
Yeah, I'm still signed with them.
Okay. So if you just, I mean, I don't know, you'd have to tell me. So if you update, your headshots or profile, then that's when they'll start, I guess, probably calling you back in and stuff?
Yeah, basically, because right now I think my profile, like from where the directors go in and kind of like click who they want from the agency, I think it's basically like silenced or I don't know, hidden away, and it doesn't have a picture anymore because they were like, well, we don't have a recent one, so they took it down. So I just have to resubmit and probably get like an updated tape or something to put on there, like a reel.
Oh, okay. Just curious. I don't know too much about it. What is it called? The IMB?
IMDb.
Do you have one of those profiles?
Yeah, but that's the same thing too. So you actually have to pay for those, I think, to keep them going. And I think if you go in, you can still see my bio, but I just don't have a picture on there. Oh, okay. So it was really old. Like that picture does not look anything like me now.
No? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Is there, just curious, do you have any acting friends here in the city of Houston?
No, not really. I
No.
barely have friends as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not. What about art? No artists. You're not. You're not cool with any artists around here in the city.
Like singers?
Singers, rappers.
Um, I mean, I know a lot of artists, and I'll definitely, give them credit. I think Corey Does It is an amazing. Well, firstly, my sister Avina, she goes by Avina. She's an amazing, talented singer. Corey Does It. He does a little bit of everything, and he's really, really good. He's out of Spring, based in Spring.
Okay.
And then, of course, producers Danny at Audible, and Alon. He's a major producer, and he's just incredible at what he does. So, yeah.
Do so you work with the majority of those people?
Yeah, I've worked with pretty much all of them.
Oh, okay.
Well, with all of them, not pretty much. I've worked with all of them.
Oh, okay, okay. So, since you mentioned your sister, there was an interview I saw that she sings as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, I seen you out, perform, but I've never seen or heard from her. I mean, what is she up to? I mean, do you guys collab once in a while or anything like that?
We haven't collaborated in years. When we first started, we would do, we did, a song for my mom for Mother's Day and just little stuff like that. Songwriting, I helped her out with one of her albums that when she first started off. And she doesn't do shows. She just recently turned 18. So, most of the shows that I would even try to bring her into, she couldn't get in because she wasn't of age. But now that she's 18, I'm excited. I think her style is already changing a lot, just like looks wise, the way she dresses and stuff. So I'm excited to see the person that she grows into, and hopefully, we can do some more things together. But we haven't really collaborated in a long time, and I think we should connect on that level a little more. That's probably my bad because I'm out here in the city and she's all the way in the suburbs. But yeah, that'd be cool, and I'm definitely open to it. So.
Oh, okay. And did you influence her to start singing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Did y'all start I mean, I don't know how her career is on it, but has she already started taking that step as far as investing in herself, like when you did around the age of 16 or so?
Yeah, she's actually really good at producing, and she's signed already with an agency, or she's signed with Sony.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
for songwriting, I believe. And yeah, she has her foot in the door for sure, and she's doing her thing. I think she just released a single. If not, she's releasing it soon. But yeah, she's actively working on music, just not performing yet.
Okay, gotcha. And now going with the music, I know you mentioned you started in SoundCloud. That's where you started posting all your music.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go to the SoundCloud because I kind of get annoyed off the ads, so I didn't really get to do my homework on that part. But I did see what you had on streaming services. You have 2 projects? Just
Yeah.
2? Okay.
So volume 1 is actually everything from when I started.
Oh, okay.
So everything that was on SoundCloud is in volume 1.
Okay.
And I just dropped it on Apple Music and all the streaming platforms because people didn't like SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so everything that was on SoundCloud is all officially on streaming services?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
awesome. Cool. And when did you make that transition, coming to the streaming services?
I had already had music out on streaming services. I just didn't have that music out on streaming services. I had 2 songs out that I did with the Problem Solvers, Flex, and All My Exes. And then all the other music, I was just kind of, growing up, I wanted to test it first before I started putting everything on Apple Music, and SoundCloud back then was like a huge thing. So I kind of tracked like who was listening and where, and did people even like it? Are they even listening to it still? It was super easy for me to track it that way. So I just transferred everything over once I got more active in the music industry and just like hearing other people's input on what I should be doing or what they're doing, I just kind of grasped that and then decided to move all my music over and just be more of a professional artist, I guess, because I didn't want to be like a SoundCloud rapper anymore.
Yeah. Okay. And since I know you said SoundCloud rapper, have you ever thought about rapping? Or I don't know if you have.
A lot of people ask me that. I'm surprised because my voice is really soft. I think I could do like a melodic rap. It just depends how I'm feeling in the studio. But I definitely want to try it because so many people ask me, so I want to give them something to reference off of.
It's always good to get a little creative just to see something.
Yeah.
You never know. So you make pop music and reggaeton music, right?
Yeah, like R&B pop and reggaeton, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever, I mean, I know we just mentioned rapping. Have you ever thought about anything else like, I guess, country? I can't think of anything else.
I've thought of maybe doing like a rock song.
Okay.
That would be really cool. Or I did an EDM song, but I want to do another one where it's just me in it. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to a lot of different genres. It just depends on what I'm feeling at that time. And I guess, I don't know. I just have to get in the studio and it'll flow out of me, I guess.
Okay. Do you have, with the genres that you've recorded for so far, is there any influences with those genres?
Like who I listen to?
Yeah, like if you're influenced from any pop singer, R&B singer, reggaeton artist.
I used to be, when I first started, by a lot of like old like 90s R&B, but then and these aren't released because my voice, for some reason, I could sing covers really well, but I could never find my sound or like make it 90s R&B. So I just realized maybe that isn't my sound. After that, I just kind of did my own thing. I don't really like try to like sound like somebody else. I just kind of try to sound as good as I can with my voice and whatever beat that I like. I mean, like beats wise, yeah, I'll look up like Rauw Alejandro type beats or Rosalia type beats or something like that. But it depends. Sometimes I take rap beats. I'll type in like Gunna type beat and then sing over it. So it's just whatever I like. I know what I like basically.
Okay. So as far as music, you personally like, you're pretty much all over the place as in genres, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I just kind of like what I like. I don't like stick to just one thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So I know there was a couple people that you mentioned as far as artists that you rock with, and is there anybody like maybe you don't know, but are any local artists here in the city you don't know personally, but you see them doing a thing that you'd like to collaborate with?
In Houston?
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
Outside of Houston, then?
Yeah, there's this new guy, Gonzi. He's like a reggaeton artist. I think he's located in Miami. I could be so wrong. Okay. I probably am. But yeah, he really blew up like overnight type thing on TikTok, and I keep hopping in his lives and trying to see, hey, how much do you charge for a feature? But he doesn't respond.
Oh man, he already made it then, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I might be wrong. Did you have your own headline show?
Yes, I had it at Winters.
How did that go?
It was good. I think that day, I don't know. That day was really, really cool. I was a little bit nervous because I was headlining a show. But it was a huge boost, in my confidence as far as like my music stuff goes. But yeah, that was a really cool experience.
Who all was performing that night?
Oh God, you'll have to ask Xrey because that lineup was long.
Yeah, did you end up performing like 1 a.m. or something, or what?
I think so, right around like 12:31. Just the thing with me is like, it's not that I don't mind being there, to support people, but I just get too eager to like jump on stage already, and then I hate waiting.
Okay, and so that was DJ Xrey. He's the one that set that whole show up.
Yeah, him, and I think I want to say DZ helped on that one too, like get people on that lineup. But yeah, X-Ray. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So your latest project, I can't remember when it dropped. Was it Traviesa? That was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when did you drop that exactly?
Over the summer.
Oh, okay. And was that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that your first like project in Spanish or majority in Spanish?
That was my first Spanish project ever.
So was that hard for you, or it was pretty easy?
It was, so not a lot of people knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it was hard. It was fun for me because I was taking a little bit of a risk and I was just trying something new to see how people liked it. Because at that time I was super into reggaeton and I was like, oh, okay, I want to try this. Like, let me just see how it goes. And now I feel like super pressured because that's all people want out of me now. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should have just kept it in the vault. But no, it was really cool. I'm excited about, you know, what else I have. Because I have a lot of English music still that I have yet to release, and I'm just kind of on the fence of what I should drop first.
Oh, okay. So now, was that the last thing you dropped? Like, I don't know if you have any other singles that you dropped after that.
Yeah, that was the last one. I think I had a feature come out after, or a couple features. No, I definitely had a couple features come out. But of my own, yeah, that was the last thing I've dropped.
And when can we expect something of your own?
Definitely soon. I'm working on cover art for one of my English songs that I've performed it quite a bit already, but I'm gonna officially drop it on SoundCloud. No, I'm kidding. On all streaming platforms.
Okay, good. I didn't want to listen to no ads. Okay, gotcha. And after that single, is it gonna lead up to a project, or are we just gonna get consistently more singles?
Yeah, I think just because I'm still building up my fan base and stuff, it's not realistic to drop any more albums just because they don't really get the recognition they deserve. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say I'm a huge artist, but I'm also not that small, but I still don't feel like it would get listened to as much as I would like. So I think for now it's gonna be singles or little like 3-song tapes, and then call that like a little one or something. But for now, yeah, just singles and little tiny projects.
Okay. No, I think that's the way to go. Really. I know you mentioned those features. Who were those features you did for?
I can't remember if this came. I think around the same time I dropped Traviesa, Ride had came out with Corey Does It, and then Me Gusta Como Tu Lloras came out with Gimme, Gons, Joey Rocks, and me. I had a feature with I forgot his name, but that one was really cool. I have to find the name of it because I really actually like that song. And there was another one, Jeopardized with Boombox, came out recently on Valentine's. So yeah, I've done a lot of, features and stuff, and I've still actively been in the studio. I just haven't released anything of my own. Okay. I've been focusing on shows and interviews and my my music. So
now, is there you being a singer, I always feel like specifically rappers are always looking for a singer, and I noticed the people you named, they're all kind of sing, right? The majority of the ones you just mentioned.
Yeah, a lot of them sing. When I first started getting into music, a lot of rappers would ask me to be on their stuff. But King Hendrix, I think he's still working on music, but he was one of the first rappers that I worked with, and I'll never get over the song that we did. We never released it, but it was so good. And but I was a little bit more picky back then on who I would work with, just because I was like a itty bitty teen, and you know how the industry is. So I was like nervous about working with new people.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just kind of work with people that were in my circle or close to my circle. But now I have, you know, my manager to kind of work that out for me.
Okay, that's
So-
that's what I was gonna ask next. I was gonna ask you. So how does somebody go about, you know, approaching you as for a feature? But you know, you talk to my manager. There you go. Just pass it to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He can be the one that gives you the bad news.
Yeah. No, and I try not to like put, I guess like pass up a lot of features.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, you know, like there's, at the end of the day, I am my business,
Mhm.
and I'm going to put my name on something. I want it to be, you know, good. So at least for my part, you know, and the other person's as well. If theirs is decent, that's fine. But if it's bad, I'm not going to put my name on.
So as far as I'm just gonna ask. So as far as like, you know, say the songs, yeah, not the greatest. You're not really feeling it, but they gave you, you know, they gave you some money, like I don't know, say 500 or so for a feature. You still gonna turn it down?
If it's bad, yeah. If it's like decent and I can find a way to like make it better with my voice, then yeah, I'll do it. But there's some that are just like, okay, like buddy, this isn't for you. And I don't tell them that. I feel so bad. That's why I just love that I have my manager to tell them for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, you said you're gonna be dropping more singles. So you did say you have some English songs in the vault, and so, but you do wanna, besides the single that you're working on, the cover art, are you just gonna go ahead and release those English singles, or are you gonna work on some Spanish ones to release instead?
Oh no, definitely gonna work on more Spanish stuff. I'm telling you, I'm like super pressured right now to be working on the Spanish stuff by everybody. But yeah, I just want to get these English songs out too, because when too much time passes, I'll sit on songs for a while. And when too much time passes, I'm kind of over it, and then no one really enjoyed the song but me because I never released it. So I'm pushing myself to get them out there, and then I'm working on one English song that I'm super, super obsessed with, and it's kind of different. So I definitely want to finish that one and get that one out, and then of course work on my Spanish stuff and get some more Spanish music out because people like it.
Yeah. Is Xrey one of the ones that also push the Spanish on you?
Definitely.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
does he say about the English though?
No, he wants me to do both. Like, he wants me to keep pursuing both. But I guess when you're able to do English and Spanish, you're definitely more marketable. And, like, the world is your oyster at that point, because you could get famous off the English or the Spanish stuff. So whatever pops off. I'm just, doing what I love.
Okay. That's good. Well, I guess as we come to the end of this, I do want to ask you, like, is there any other plans in the future that you can tell us about besides the music, that you'd like to share, shows, acting, or anything like that?
Yes, definitely. May 6th, I'll be at a Cinco de Mayo festival in Galveston. It's going to be at Old Galveston County Courthouse from 1 to 8:30. So that's Saturday, May 6th. I'll be singing the national anthem. I'll be previewing a little bit of what I'll be performing later on in the night. And then, of course, I'll go on again at night. So, yeah, if y'all want to come see me, May 6th. And then I know May 29th, I'll be in San Antonio for an award show.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I'll be walking the carpet and singing one of my songs. And there's a lot more on that list of shows, but
Yeah.
they're far out, so.
That award show, you're going for a nomination as well, or you're just going out there to sing?
No, not this year, not nominated this year, but hopefully
Okay.
next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And for the people that are listening, I don't know if they're familiar with it, but, Chelsea won Singer of the Year. So, congratulations again. I did tell you
Thank you.
earlier. So, I mean, I know I don't know how you handle it, but, trying to get people to be like, hey, go vote for me, go vote for me. I don't know how stressful it was, but.
No, it was super cool. I actually screamed whenever I watched the video. I was in bed,
Uh,
and cause I was like, I just felt really honored to be nominated for 2. Period. I was just like, oh, what people like
yeah,
actually notice.
yeah.
And then when I got when I won, the female singer of the year, that really just kind of like affirmed that all the hard work I put in that past year was like worth something. So it was really cool to win.
Oh, okay, awesome. So there was. I mean, you probably already know, but there was a delay on the video. So you stayed up.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was refreshing, and I was like, oh my god, they haven't posted it. Like, what's going on? And then I was like, I know I had seen y'all's post where it's uploading, but it's taking a while, or whatever. And I was like, okay. Then I was playing Fortnite. I took a break. I refreshed it, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you watching and staying up for that one. I mean, that was an all-day thing, and it was a mess. But I mean, that's another story for another time. But
It came out good though.
yeah.
It looked real clean and everything.
Thank you. I mean, I appreciate everybody who also got involved and stuff, and hoping this year, like I told you earlier, we can get a venue and really make it, give that feel of being an award show and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes this year. But yeah, that's all I got. I know you already mentioned your shows you got coming up. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say, and we can call it a night.
Oh yeah. If y'all want to follow me on Instagram, I have my link tree on there with everything. It's Chelsea Avina, CHELSEA AVINA. I'll be posting, my shows, my music, all my links. If you want to check out on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in.
All right, thank you.